Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. I had recently picked up this 2001 Murray Tecumseh 3.8 horsepower from one of my scrappers. I got it in a package deal, 35 for 3 non-running mowers. I got a Toro recycler and an old Murray 5-horse with the high rear wheels. In the last video, you remember I gave this a shot of happy juice. It fired off. There was a little bit of condensation in the gas tank. I was going to put some gas in it and try starting it, but before I did that, I removed the bottom of the bowl. I wanted to see what kind of condition the carburetor was in. You could tell a lot by looking at the bowl, so let me show you that next. 1/2-inch open-end wrench or socket will take the bottom nut off the bowl. So this will come out, the bowl will drop. So let me show you this. It's a science lab today. Look at all the snot buildup in the bottom of that bowl. So I'm going to put this up on a block of wood and show you what the float bowl looks like. It's stuck, and just by looking at the condition of the bowl, the rest of the carburetor is not much better. You can see some rust here on the side of the bowl. Although this is aluminum, some rust deposits have formulated here. So let me get this up and we'll look at it together. If you can see that from here. It's in rough condition. That's not budging. The needle valve is stuck. There's a considerable amount of crap in there, and I can see some rust back in there. So even with an ultrasonic clean, I think this thing is going to be troublesome as far as getting all the passages clean just in this condition that it's showing now. I'm going to replace it. I may have a used one hanging around, or these Tecumseh carburetors you can still buy on Fleabay or the Big Jungle Company. They're not very much. You can get one for under $15. And if you look around, you can get a package deal, a tune-up kit, a spark plug, air filter, and the carburetor, that kind of jazz, for not much more money. So I think I'm going to continue on with this project. It's not a bad looking machine. There is some surface rust on the recoil, which I'm not concerned about. The deck is very solid, no rust through. There's just a little bit of surface rust on it. The blade doesn't look too bad. Let me turn this up a little bit more. We'll look at the underside together. So there is some surface rust here, but nothing's gone through to the other side. Blade is rusty, of course, and extremely flat here, smoother than a baby's bottom. The only reason it's turning hard is because the safety brake cable is not depressed, so it's got the safety brake stopping the flywheel. Same deal here on this one. I think it'll sharpen up, though. I'll have to spend some time on it. Just some surface rust. This must be the cheaper Murray that they had back in 2001. Usually you'll have some baffling here to keep the grass in a certain area and it's not blowing all over the place. There's no baffling here, front or back. No baffling back here either. So this is your basic, looks like power mower quality back in 2001. Power mower, meaning the cheaper Chinese mower that you can get now, which is the bottom of the line, the price saver. So let's turn this back on all fours. So I'll go ahead and continue with this project, get another carburetor for it. I may even have one around. I have more Briggs and Stratton parts than I do Tecumseh, since Tecumseh's not making small engines anymore. And I just made a mess. I guess the dipstick was not on all the way. I'm going to have to do a little hazardous material cleanup here. That's unfortunate. I guess now I don't have to drain it out. It all drained out on its own. So I don't know how fancy I'll get if I use a shaker can on this rusty black here or not. We'll have to see how motivated I am. I may go all out and try to get rid of some of this surface rust and repaint it. You never can tell. Well, kids and cadets, I appreciate you coming out looking at this 2001 Murray with the Tecumseh 3.8 on it. Come back and see me.